In this lecture, we will study the idea of shooting stops forward, which is a way of viewing risk-taking in a way that diminishes the psychological pressure that comes from constant risk exposure in the market. It serves also as a psychological weapon that aims to neutralize the bad emotions that come attached to a losing trade. Trading is not an easy task, and traders are far from being perfect because we have many silent psychological flaws. That reality poses a challenge to the trader who responds too negatively about being wrong in his decisions. As we already learned, consistently profitable trading can and will probably be done being wrong most of the time, which is a practical necessity due to the way risk-reward ratios work together with the idea of trade location. However, the great advantage of using the correct risk-reward ratios gives us the possibility of being wrong most of the time, as we already saw in previous lectures. In this video, we will extend this idea a little further with the concept of shooting stops forward. When we risk our capital in the market, especially if we use risk contraction and expansion, we expect to win a certain amount and we expect to lose a certain amount that seems tolerable to us. If we view every trade as a summation of stops, we can have an objective mechanism to create a positive psychological effect that diminishes the bad feeling of losing and regulates the good feeling of winning. Let's suppose that you use risk contraction and expansion, and you risk 1% of your capital in each trade. Instead of viewing that risk as a 1% risk, you can view it as a one-stop risk. You are risking one stop expecting to make 3 or 4 stops with your targets. If the first trade you make is a winner, you can be wrong for the next 3 or 4 trades depending on the ratios you use. If you start with a losing trade, you know that all it takes is one good trade to neutralize the losses generated by 3 or 4 bad trades. The idea of shooting stops forward is quite simple. You simply count how many stops you earned as a reminder of how much you can be wrong without losing capital. For example, let's imagine a hypothetical situation where you win and lose trades in an alternating manner. This won't happen in reality, of course, but it serves to show you the idea of shooting stops forward. With each trade, you count how many stops you earned the right of being wrong in the future. That gives you peace of mind to continue risking your capital without the fear of losing the next trade just because you lost the last trade. That's incredibly important, as you will find out in practice. In the next lecture, we will begin the study of the trading psychology section of the course.